should have brought snacks. I'm a dick. God damn it.
Too bad you got a beer. Welcome everybody, ep.034 late night session.
Son.
Late night session with the midnight snacks.
We're over here, the Revacs out here, episode 34.
The Deeks.
Peepo.
Matt Brown.
Oh, special guest Matt Brown. We were waiting for people to do his crazy drop.
My little monikers.
Can you get one in real quick for the people? They're all waiting for it. They know what's up.
Nah, not
People's
today.
0 for 6.
You gotta wait. I got some good ones.
It's
Yeah,
gonna be that day when we're just like, oh, Deeks, the Revac, and we're just sitting down.
People's gonna be like, blah, blah, blah. But special guest episode 34, we got
Chef
Master Chef
Matt
Brown.
Forster Foods.
Hell yeah.
Forster Foods, Sacto pop-up truck.
Sacto pop-up truck.
East Sacramento, East Sac.
I want some of that gumbo.
Sac High.
Sac High.
Sac High. Ah, Sac High, Sac High, Sac High.
People from Sac High would love that.
Get in the mic, get in the mic, get in the mic.
They will love that.
Get
They
in the
will
mic.
love
There
that.
you go. That's what I'm talking about.
there
That's
we
what I'm
go.
talking about. We are here. So everybody, just the forefront. Yes, we have a lot of food on the table. Compliments to
Because
Chef
we're
Matt
hungry.
Brown.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, he came through with the bean dip. He came through with the jalapeno cheddar, salsa, Santitas chips, and a big-ass hoagie. And he brought beers and water. So for all you future guests that you punk motherfuckers want to hop on this is the new shit we're doing. We're not buying the snacks.
Dude, it's
Y'all bringing that
past
shit.
10 o'clock. Who doesn't want some fucking chips and dip?
That's real.
And then I realized that it's gonna get beyond that point, and we're gonna be like, who doesn't want a fucking sandwich?
Exactly. Come through with it. Matt Brown just coming off of fucking a two work day, a 2 shift work day.
In 3 days, I work 40 hours.
God damn.
That's just in those days, right?
Put us into that right now. So you are the resident chef of the Sacto pop-up truck / owner,
Well,
or
Not?
misquoted.
so you guys are like
in the mic.
okay, you guys are like CNN. You guys are about to get
That's racist.
first bit in.
Okay, no, we're breaking news.
You guys are breaking news.
Okay, cool. I mean, you don't have to unless you want to.
No,
Like,
it's okay because I don't want to go in on topics that are non-existent anymore.
Oh.
We are selling the truck. We are no more.
Shit, already?
Yeah, already. Yeah. It
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
it's a little bit of both.
Okay.
Me and my partner are not seeing eye to eye. And that's how it goes.
I
That's
get
how
it
it goes when it
sometimes.
comes to the business.
Yeah.
I mean, this is recent development, as in the last 12 hours.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and then
Breaking news. Dun, 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 dun. I don't have any music. Like I'm like, damn. So Sacto Papa Truck is no longer as of 12 hours ago.
Like 12 hours ago. Yeah.
Damn.
Oops.
Okay. Rest in peace, Sacto Papa Truck.
It's a bummer. You know what I mean? And then when you hollered at me, I was like in the midst of dealing with that.
Yeah.
And
that's why you didn't get back to me, because I was like, did you fucking die? Like, what the fuck happened? Like, normally we're pretty good about getting back. Don't get me wrong. I take about like a week and a half to get back to people. But, I mean, for the most part, I was just like, damn.
I think we're pretty good about exchanging.
Yeah. Well, especially if it's very short and to the point. But, yes, go ahead.
Well, so
what happened? Yeah, I'm like, this is breaking news to me. Like, yo, I was a fan of the
breaking
truck.
news. Nobody knows about this. I mean, people are going to know about it when they
wake up and watch. All three of our viewers, if y'all want to fuck with us and know what the fuck is going on, Matt Brown, Sacto Papa Truck are no longer happening. So
no,
go
it's
ahead.
a bummer. It's a bummer.
Share whatever you feel that needs to be shared. If not, like, don't feel like
Obligated to.
obligated to either. We don't want to be CNN
Well, you
for
know,
real.
I mean, like, I think this is pretty much a classic story with anybody that's gone into business. with a friend, or going into business changes the relationship of anything.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you and me met.
Yeah.
We weren't friends. We were work
We were
colleagues.
lovers.
And,
Yes. and then what happened?
and then we became friends.
Yes.
It was almost like a little reverse. And it's hard to do the opposite. It's hard to...
friends going into business.
It really is.
Yeah.
It really is. And we just didn't see eye to eye on how things should be ran. I know I'm fucking hard-headed. We can cuss, right? Yeah,
Of course.
yeah. Fuck.
Fuck. Fuck. Yo,
Sauce
deep
cuss for
cuss.
5 seconds. Fuck.
Fuck. Bitch.
Fuck, shit, balls.
Shit. That's it though. When you start saying it, it's kind of like whatever.
It does.
It's got to just be very placed perfectly. But go ahead.
It does.
Go ahead. It's shitty. Go ahead.
So yeah, it's a shitty situation, and I'm not here to talk down about my partner, because
You guys are still homies.
yeah,
It'll take a while to get to that point back, but obviously you guys are still.
it's I mean, we have a different opinion on how the food truck should have been ran, and I definitely am very strong and hard-headed in how I feel about food, and it wasn't working out the way that I had anticipated. So, between juggling a family life, quitting 58 Degrees,
Yeah.
and losing that paycheck,
Yeah.
starting working, just the double shifts that I just talked about now.
Yeah. Compensating for the lack of whatever
For
the
the
truck
lack
wasn't
of,
getting.
and trying to make everybody happy, and then in
Pleasing
retrospect,
everybody but not yourself.
everybody but me.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it was 6 months of everybody but me. And then it came to a point where you have to make that decision of, like, you have to realize that you are important too, as a person. And that, it's when a door closes, a window opens, and if that window isn't 20 stories up in the air, then you jump out of that motherfucker.
True that.
Yeah. And so, you know what? That being said, Forrester Foods is back on the motherfucking rise.
All right. Forrester Foods coming.
Back
live
on
in
the
effect.
rise.
What do you got coming up? I know you got some stuff coming up
Dude,
then.
Eat free, mother. Yeah.
Eat free?
Eat free.
Eat
I
free?
mean, we know about this.
Eat
We
free?
know about this. Yeah.
Eat free on the Noms Network? It's happening?
Dude, it's happening. And it's an idea that has been... One day we were sitting around the table, it was me and a group of buddies. And we realized that everything that we were eating had either been brought, donated, or like...
Foraged.
Or foraged. Or we realized that we were eating a fat 4-course meal.
Free.
And we didn't pay for a thing. And it wasn't on purpose. It wasn't like, hey, let's
Yeah,
not
by
pay.
happenstance.
It was. It was just one of those things, We're like, damn, we didn't pay for any of this shit. We just obtained this shit. Whether it was for somebody who was a rep for a meat company or a cheese company that wanted us to buy the product, they just donated it. Or whether it was me just like walking down an alleyway.
Yeah.
And being like, dude, look at all these plums. Look at all these berries. And then we made dinner out of it. And we thought to ourselves, what a cool idea for a show. I mean, like, why not?
Free.
Eat free. Like, why not? There's all this food is out there. And Sacramento, it's summer 9 months out of the year.
Yeah.
We
We get good produce.
get good produce.
Ridiculous produce.
Why not teach people how to obtain these ingredients? You go to the American River, there's blackberries everywhere.
Yeah.
You walk down any alleyway, there's fruit down there.
Produce everywhere.
You can garden. You can do any of these things,
Yeah.
and there's produce. I'm a little drunk right now, so I can't even think of all the names of things. But
It's all good. Hey, let me get that lighter, though.
this one right here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Eat free, though.
Eat free,
Eat
and that's
free.
where it's at. And so that's what. Other than that, like,
That's it.
I'm kind of stoked. I remember when I first when I quit working at 58 Degrees, and I started picking up shifts back at the Golden Bear and back at
The Circle of
Hook
Life.
and Ladder.
Shots out. Yep.
It was cool to kind of be able to like go in there and be like, man, all I got to do is worry about my station. It's been years. I've been working in kitchens since I was 14 years old, and it's been years since I've had to walk into a kitchen and be like, all you got to do is worry about this little section, from here to
Yeah.
here.
That's your jurisdiction.
That's it, like
Ain't gotta worry about anything else
and
beyond
keep
that.
it full. You don't need to worry about kids, coming in late. You don't need to worry about people not prepping their station, cutting food
Where
wrong.
the menu's at,
Yeah, any
tables on the books.
Any of that shit.
Yeah.
All you got to do is worry about your thing, and it felt good. It's almost like,
Simplified.
for me, this is good because it's like back to the drawing board.
Yeah.
You know? Like
Back to square one.
I worked myself to death for the last 6 months. I haven't had a chance to think about food as just like a chill thing.
As something fun.
As something fun. It was just like go. Like
Yeah.
always cooking, always blah, blah, blah. If it wasn't Hook and Ladder, it was Golden Bear. If it wasn't Golden Bear, it was the pop-up truck. If it wasn't this, it was that. If it wasn't that, it was
It's always
home.
something.
It was always something. And I couldn't even like, finally one day I think my wife and I had it, and I could tell that she was, she was a little bummed that that I'm gone all the time. And then one day I just came home and made spaghetti and meatballs. And that was like the most simplistic dish
Wait,
ever.
did you do the, what's it called? The meatball recipe?
Oh yeah, I
From,
made meatballs from scratch. Like I bought meat, fucking added the eggs.
Old school.
And, I dried out the bread. I fucking took
Everything
the
from scratch.
end piece of everything from scratch. And it felt good. It was like one of those things, and it's like the most simplistic dish, but it was the first time in a long time, literally 6 months, where I sat down and I cooked myself dinner.
Shit.
You know what I mean? And that's huge.
That's the grind, though.
Yeah.
Like, for everybody to understand, like, working in the restaurant food world, like, that shit takes a toll on your personal life, on your daily life. Like, your hours are shitty.
I'm not gonna lie, that shit's fucking like at 2:00 in the morning, 3:00. Across the street, Bottle and Barlow.
Yeah.
We leave there at midnight. You go back to the commissary. You clean up. You leave there. It's like 2:00 in the morning. What's open? Del Taco.
McDonald's, Del Taco, fast food.
McDonald's.
Yeah. You're very limited in your choices.
Yeah.
So you're starting to come back to simplicity, which, like I said, it's unfortunate that Secto, pop-up truck had to fold, but I mean, at the expense of your health and your well-being, I get it. Mm-hmm. Respect all day. All it is just an open door and an opportunity that was seized and got it to the point where it's at now, to where, okay, this is where you're at now. Mm-hmm. Forested Fruit's relaunching. That's all what it is.
It really
a
is.
new venture going forward.
It was on the back burner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Damn, man. Sorry to hear that, but I'm also happy to hear that. In the same regard.
It is. It's kind of one of those.
Bittersweet.
Yeah, it's super bittersweet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Driving a truck in general is stressful.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I didn't get my license till I was 27 years old.
God damn, what are you, a fucking hippie? The fuck is wrong with you? Wait, 27 years old, the first time you got your fucking license?
27, I'm 34.
So when did you actually start driving, though? 14.
No.
You didn't even drive?
I literally, rode my bike everywhere.
Savage. 27.
Yeah.
Deeks, when did you get your license?
Damn, I got my license 16.
Peepo.
18.
21.
Damn.
Okay.
But 27 is deep. I thought I was a long time coming. I was like, God damn it.
Nope. I was all about riding my bike. One, because, as I said, I've been working in kitchens since I was 14.
Yeah, so it's why the fuck do I even need to ride
They
anywhere?
let you drink hella young.
Yeah.
You get off work and they're like, cool, drink. You're drinking. I used to sneak into bars hella young.
Yeah. It wouldn't even be sneaking to bars, man. If you come in with a kitchen staff, you're in.
You're in. It
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
because that's what it was like for me going run with the wags too, where I was in culinary school, I was at the Bay. I was drinking in school, after school, during work. That shit was available. It's just weird because once you enter that world, age and anything that you bring to the table is non-existent. You're shuffled into the world of anything. People, this, you're a bartender, right?
Yeah.
The age differences and everything you do in that industry, becomes really great. You start to meet different weird walks of life from people.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
You were introduced to the drinking and the whole culture of just partying up very early.
But I hung out in the kitchen a lot.
Yeah.
I hung
And you
out
see
with,
it. You saw the
the
vernacular.
preps, yeah.
It's kicking it.
Bartenders
I slice
and
them.
the
Yeah.
kitchen crew, they
Are
they
one
better
and the
be-
same.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We can't live without you.
Well,
you can't live without us.
You gotta be homies too, because just an example. Today we were talking shit about one of the guys who was talking shit to one of the bartenders who was at somebody's station, and he was a young cook,
Fucking young upstart motherfucker.
and the bartender was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, you want to play that game?
Oh,
You know what
bitch, I got you.
And he let it be, and you could tell that the cook was like, well, what the fuck's this dude talking about? Next thing you know, cook's at his bar trying to get drinks, waiting forever.
Forever.
Because that bartender.
And he
like,
works there.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the worst.
exactly, right? You know
When you
what I
got to
mean?
wait for a drink at your own restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Garbage. You know about this, Deeks. You worked at famed Zocolos over here.
You were the Zokes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do we not know each other?
Because when every time we went there, it was like blackout city. Let's keep it real.
Pretty much.
How the fuck do you have an after work shift drink after having hella drinks during service?
Stupid. We get so
And you can't recognize because he was lined up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was looking
Okay.
at black
That
lip.
was a while ago. What was that? Like 5 years ago? 6 years
Yeah,
ago?
you were part
Okay,
of the
that-
team.
that was like
we had
right, yeah.
Orange on earlier. I don't know if you remember Orange.
I do remember Orange.
Yeah, she was on our 7:30 pod.
What?
And I was like, we had Matt Brown on stage. She's like, what? I want to see Matt Brown. Oh my God, I love Matt Brown. He's the best. I was like, look, Orange was part of that dream team that was in the 58-degree kitchen.
She's not cooking anymore, too, right?
No.
Now, what is she doing?
But she realized, like, when we were talking about it on the pod, it was like that life doesn't suit her. And she realized it early because she was already part of a multitude of things that she was already interested in. And that schedule clashed with it. So she kind of, like took her cards back right out the gate. Was like, you know what, this ain't for me. But she said this though, that experience with us was the best experience she could ever ask for in terms of that world. That's what's like
great.
cool. If that means something, or I was like, yo, if that is a thing, I'm like, I'm glad that you were able to experience the world of cooking through us, because I think that we looked at it very uniquely as well.
I'd like to hope that people who do that, and I know it's very common to go to school and spend all that money
And then go work and then be like,
oh,
fucking depressed.
this isn't my thing,
Yeah.
and then maybe to just be able to cook at home,
Yeah.
and just be that badass cook at home. And there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with being able to cook at home really well.
There
and,
isn't, because there's still satisfaction in creating a good meal. Like, I know Deeks, you be getting down at the house
Try.
a little bit.
A little bit.
You know what I'm saying? I know your girl be getting it down. Like,
Yeah. She
on
cooks.
fleek. I know P, Duffel, the master Mexican rice maker over here. But there's some kind of weird sense of accomplishment when you're able to do something and then see it play out and actually have people eat it. It's like this weird system where it's like, I'm starting with raw ingredients. Here's what I hope to achieve. Did I achieve it? Please eat. Please eat. And then you see the reaction and it's like, this is dope. But then from that food that's on the table spawns this whole environment of like talking and laughing, and it's
drinking
like
and jokes,
all
and
encompassing.
that. Yeah.
And the food is the centerpiece with a lot of these transactions, whether it's, with people that don't even talk to. Like I said, like I was in Cuba, I was like, look, the food's the common point. Like if I'm reacting and I'm like, oh, this is so good, like they don't understand me, but they're seeing it, they're like, yeah, he gets it. Or
These
he gets
fools- this fool knows
the
what's up.
essence.
Yeah.
That's why food's that cool little like world where you're like, okay, this is universal language.
Hey, you know what scene, and I think maybe we've talked about this before, but
Yeah.
you know what scene and what movie gets me is the Hobbit movie, the new one, when all the dwarves show
I
up
didn't even see that movie.
to the Hobbit's house, to
Yeah.
Bilbo's house, and you haven't seen it?
No, not the new one.
Tripping.
Oh, my bad. I ain't fucking. I don't. Shit. I ain't.
It's the Desolation of Smog.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you watch it? Exactly.
Dude, well, I almost want to bring it up on my
Say it.
on my phone. Do they show up and they start getting into cheese? They start getting into tomatoes, they open,
Alcohol.
like hella alcohol, hella wine, and then next thing you know, there's like grilled fish and blah blah
Yeah.
blah. And
Oh,
they
it's
just
like a
start
feast. That's what you were talking about.
I'm telling
Okay.
you, and like I want to do a pop up like that, and I want to call it like Bilbo's house.
So what you're
because
saying is
I
Forest
paused
of
the
Foods
movie.
is gonna pop up everywhere. Is this what
It is.
we're anticipating?
It actually is. I'm already anticipating doing a plethora of different pop ups.
Nice.
And the pop up thing is everybody and their mom's doing it. So I try not.
But
to
see,
like-
that's the thing, though. I feel you when you say it, but to be honest, not everybody's doing that.
that's true.
See, because we say it in the defense of like, if one person does it, everybody's doing it in our head. But to be honest, nobody does it because you're going to bring a different crowd. I'm going to bring a different crowd.
Mm-hmm.
The things that we want to curate are going to be very unique to our personalities and our vision.
Yeah.
as an outsider.
Yeah, because I was telling P
As
about
an
it. He was
out-
like, that shit sounds dope
Yeah,
as fuck.
as an outsider, like I don't know what to look for in terms of a pop-up. So I don't know what a pop-up is in per se. But because you guys are chefs, because you guys know this stuff, you know who's doing what and when they're doing it.
Well, sometimes you don't know when they're happening too, and then you hear about them later, and you're like, "Fuck! I wish I knew about that."
Because I mean, like I said, as an outsider, we never hear about this shit. I never hear about this shit. I don't know what a
I never heard
pop-up
about
is.
this, but
You know what I mean?
Oh,
So,
you're coming.
Yeah, that shit. I mean, and it's dope.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, that's good to know that there's people that are. I mean, if you guys heard about one, and what do you think people would pay for some shit like
I don't know.
$40?
at least.
If I said this,
Well,
$40
what's the whole
open
premise?
bar. If I said open bar, we're doing whatever. We're doing
Three-course meal.
we're doing Spanish style, family style dining where there's gonna be paella, tapas, full bar, sangria all day. 40 tickets reserved. We're charging $45 open bar and food on fleek. We got a DJ. We got live flamenco dancing.
an
It's
open
happening,
bar
and there's a fucking dress code. Come with it.
for $40. I do that shit.
That's what I'm saying.
That's dope. And you got to create. I mean, I like the dress code idea. I like
Yeah.
I like all that because
You curate it
gotta
as a party.
Create that environment
Yeah.
for people. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like if you just
Yeah.
let anybody show up and they're fucking. You
It
know,
could get it
That's
could
what I'm
get out of
saying.
hand.
What kind of outfit do you want to wear? What's the power outfit that you want to wear?
If it was dress code,
Yeah. Like if I said like what's like the dopest outfit you could roll out right now?
I'd probably bust out some like nice little shoes, some wingtips, some Cole Haans or something. You
But see
know.
now imagine this. Now you base it around like, look, we're doing a boutique steakhouse. We're doing 2 cuts of meat, and then all the sides and veg are going to be a la carte, and it's going to be shared thing. So we're dropping name tags. Everybody's coming in, and we're doing high end cocktails. That's going to be a $60 value.
Oh,
We're
that's
bringing in
like
Kobe
straight
beef.
suit and tie.
We're bringing in like
Yeah.
dope shit. We're going to have a live orchestra band. We're having a bassist, like the whole 9.
Damn, that's like a gala right there.
But tell me this though, $60 ain't nothing to fleek on because you're like, yo, I got
No, it's
one.
not.
You got one of 50 tickets.
yeah.
You have one of 50 tickets in 1 month. Because that's just 1 month. Like I'm not trying to do this every week. Because there's other parties that we're gonna do where it's like, yo, Taco Fest all day. Just come through, donate,
something silly,
open
stupid,
donations
easy. Yeah,
at the
yeah.
park, Discovery Park. We're fucking with it. You know what I'm saying? Come with it. You know what I'm saying?
This shit needs to happen like as soon as possible.
Oh, no.
Holy shit.
Yeah, no,
Right
this
here.
is
This is making me.
Right here.
my girl actually she went with her aunt. I think it was called the Rind.
Yes.
The pasta guy
Pasta
does
Dave.
a pop up there
Pasta Dave?
at the Rind. I think so.
Taxi.
Or maybe someone did a pop up and used his pasta.
Probably.
But either way, she was telling me
Pasta
about
Bro
it,
Renown. You already know
and it
what
was
is.
it was kind
Vinny.
of sick.
Yo, Vinny. Yeah, Vinny's
His
pasta.
layout was sick. You know what? You know the head chef or he's a cook at Hook and Ladder, Scott.
Oh, Scott. Yeah.
My
He's the
girl,
homie.
my girl worked with his wife, so they were good. They were
And
good friends.
she got the insight.
and she got the inside. So
It's funny how many people that I've met that know Scott.
yeah, he
Through
actually
different
just
people.
she just hit her up and said that, or she just told me that he won a
Wait, who's your
cook-off.
wife?
Aubrey.
Do I know her? Yeah.
No,
You'll meet her.
Chili
yeah,
cook-off?
It was your. You remember?
What was
chili
it? Was the
cook-off.
chili
Chili
cook-off?
cook-off.
Yeah,
He won.
yeah. Okay, yeah, that's what I mean because he just won the chili
Yeah.
cook-off. And our booths are right next to each other.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was.
yeah. And
He deserved it too.
Yeah, he
that
did.
fool, yeah, he,
Bought
Yeah.
that fucking tri-tip steak. I was like, yo,
Yeah,
you're gonna
he's-
win.
yo, he
the
was
first
at
one
he
there,
was
yeah.
at TBD.
Exactly.
yeah.
He was
yeah.
at TBD in that battle. But one of the pop-ups they went to, it was kind of sick. They had I forgot how much it was. It was a set.
$400.
I think it was like 3 course. No, it was pretty cheap. And then it was they had a table for the adults, and then they had like a little kid table where all the kids get to go and eat,
That's dope.
which is tight because I mean you bring your kid, you don't gotta
Yeah.
worry about them. There's like a little care for a little
That's actually a good idea.
yeah, because you know a lot of
I
people
like some, and like when you go out to eat. I mean, you say you go out to eat with your girl. I'm at least ready to spend $100.
Oh, all
At
day.
least.
All day, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
All
and
day.
that's like bare minimum. I'm not going to spend $200.
No,
I'm not going to
no.
spend $100.
But 100 is like minimum.
100,
Yeah.
150 is what I'm expecting.
Maxing, 'cause you know if you go
after tip
alcohol,
and all
yeah.
that shit, yeah.
Yeah.
But so there's a lot of people have like actually reached out to me and come up with ideas that I thought were really cool that I would have never come up with. This one dude, Monty, that I work with at Goldenberry, he's got this cool idea where he goes out to the
in the mic.
Oh,
The
my
fuck?
bad. He
Talking
goes
to
out
that
to the.
dick.
I'm just kind of like I just kind of.
I know, man. Stop avoiding the dick. Just put it in your mouth. Why you fronting?
He goes out to the Bay Area. He goes
Yeah.
out to like the Stinson, Bolinas area,
Yeah.
and he teaches people to surf. Is like what his
Oh.
thing is. And then they set up camp, and then like he doesn't tell them, and it's just a surprise. And we're actually about to start putting this together. So if you want to do it, then he goes out and he hunts for fucking mussels, and then we show up with other food,
cook 'em.
and we cook them right there on the beach.
And you do that after your surf lessons.
After your surf lessons, and then we got like mussels and coconut milk ready to go for you. We got the fire going. We got booze in an ice chest. We got the tent.
That's pretty tight.
We got the tent set up so you can sit there on the beach. You can get
Fucking
fucked
lounge
up,
out.
eat mussels, grill meat
On Stinson?
and
Woo!
and chilling. And actually, if you holler at Forrester Foods, that's one of the things that we're gonna be doing soon. Holler at us on Facebook.
All you dirty
Yeah.
fucks, come get Forrester Foods. Stop playing around.
Yeah. I mean, holler at us and let's make it happen. It's kind of like one of those things that we're trying to get
That's
off
dope.
the
Going.
table. Yeah. And
I'll
it's
be
all
a-
Monty's idea.
I'll be a surf
He reached
instructor
out to
too.
me. Yeah.
Food is where it's at. Don't divulge all the information. There's some live motherfuckers be like, I'm gonna do all that shit.
Yeah.
Enough.
Yeah.
Stop. Anyways, so aside from doing all your cooking shit, I've come to know you. Sorry. Hold on. No, I come to know you over the years, man, and
Yeah.
I always tell you like, yo, you're one of the few that I fuck with because not necessarily in the kitchen, but more or less the person I got to know you as. You're very well versed. You have a lot of depth to you. You have a lot of character. You have a lot of identity,
Thank
which
you.
I love. And like, I want you to share that with people. Like, people don't understand like how intricate of a person you are. Like, you are a heavy, jazz dude. You're a heavy hip hop head.
Yeah.
You have natural abilities of rhyming. You're a bassist. You're a family man. Like,
All the above.
yeah, you have a lot of
You're
great
right,
things.
yeah.
Like, dabble into more of the stuff that's away from food. Like, we could talk food all day. Don't get me wrong. And
We could
have that for another day. And we talk food even on our off time. But I mean, for the viewers out there, anybody that's following the pod or anything else, like, we'd like to dabble into like deeper things. Like,
No, that's
What are
great.
some of
I
those
think
things,
we
man?
should. I mean, like I'm a huge vinyl junkie. I've been collecting vinyl since I was 22, 21 years old, and it was one of those things where I used to go to the Beat, which is no
Yeah.
more. You guys remember the
rest
Beat?
in
right?
peace.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to
to the
Beat.
Beat on J
Yo,
Street.
that's real.
And
What is that? Wine shop now?
Yeah.
yeah,
it's like a
some
liquor
fucking
store.
liquor joint. I still go there. Actually, you know what I mean.
I still go there looking for records, but I'll still buy wine and just get hammered.
But it's one of those things where it's like an addiction where I buy music and then like I just feed on it like instantaneously. Like I'll play fucking albums out. Like to the
Yeah.
point where like if you're around me, you'll fucking hate me. You'll be like, dude, this song again. And
All day.
I did that with Miles Davis.
the
vinyl.
Miles Davis album, yeah, dude, that album's fucking dope. I don't know if you saw the new movie yet. I haven't.
Yeah,
yet, but
I haven't seen
trying to
it,
get
but
on
I heard
yeah.
Don Cheadle kills that
Yeah,
part.
and he like directed the movie.
Yeah.
And, like he looks like Miles. He looks like
Yeah.
70 miles from
He
the
would
pictures
rock it,
I've seen.
yeah.
Yeah.
He looks pretty good. I ended up spending a lot of money on albums because I just buy CDs. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, and those go for like $10-15. And next thing I know, I realize, why don't I just buy like a badass
Vinyl.
like, record player with a cool little amplifier and some cool,
Yeah. Put the effort in.
all the thing. Yeah, put the effort in. And next thing I know, I can go to fucking the Beat and spend $5, $4, $3 even sometimes. And find some fucking find some vinyl that's like
so fucking expensive
So you wanna
now.
look?
it is. It's crazy. You gotta like literally like you gotta learn how to like crate dig.
Yeah.
You know what I mean to find the
Delta
shit.
Breeze.
It's a lost
has
art, though. It's
lot
a
of-
lost art. Let's keep it real. It's a
let me
lost
get
art.
Oh, it really
Get
is.
that Modella.
Oh, this is
Delta Breeze is has a lot.
Where's that at?
West Sac.
West
Right
Sac?
off of Jefferson.
That's what I'm saying. This is a big vinyl head right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, and it's always
Jefferson.
good to
That's what I'm saying.
it's funny because in those days where I'm broke, just like now,
Yeah.
I look at my vinyl collection and I'm just like,
I'm going to sell this shit.
Nope.
Yeah, nope.
God.
I'm selling that fucking couch and that bed before I sell this fucking vinyl.
I'll
I've
sell
got
that
so many
Bowflex.
vinyls.
Huh?
So my dad, he had a box, like fucking huge box.
Dude, he probably had fire in there too.
Of vinyls, he did.
Knowing his pops, like I'm like, yo, and hearing about like the record collection that he
And
may have had,
this was
like
back,
I'm like, yo,
this was back in high school when I was homies with Jeff.
yeah,
from Hippie Sabotage.
Hippie Sabotage, yeah.
Oh, no,
And-
Hippie Sabotage?
That's
Yeah.
his homies.
Okay,
Grew
you
up
know,
with
like
them,
Chase Moore and all that shit?
Yeah, I know Chase Moore.
producing.
We grew up down the street from each other.
Oh, really?
It's
Yeah,
that
yeah.
East Hack.
Yeah.
Yeah, they lived in the Fat 40s.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm white, bro. I live in the Fat yeah.
Oh, you're that dude. Oh, you're not.
No, so-
you're not down with this.
So back in high school when he was doing his beats and I was fucking at his house every day.
SAC HIGH?
He was- they were sampling, and I was like, "Yo, I have a big ass box of vinyls." So I brought them all over. They're probably still at his house, but I got
He probably uses them still.
nah.
the heat.
I mean, he's in unless he brought them to L.A. with him, but
Probably did.
they're probably at his house still, knowing
probably
him.
in
They're
the
probably,
same spot.
They're probably still in the same spot in his room in the closet.
Or
I'm
he's
about to
like,
go.
yo, these are my top 10 dopest.
Yeah.
Like,
And I was about to go in there. I was about to go pick him up. I was just thinking about him. And I was like, yo, I can make some dope ass art pieces. I know you guys will be mad because I'm fucking them up. But I think
Let
I
me
could.
rummage through them
You
first.
find that loop.
Yeah, you guys, I'll let you rummage
Yeah.
through them. And give me the ones that are trash so I can just.
oh, make some artwork out of it.
Yeah. I
Deeks
mean,
is into the artwork deal. Layers and
Brainwash,
shit like that.
Brainwash does some dope shit with vinyls.
Oh.
Like he does like people with them. Like he did a Michael Jackson and the hair, the afro was vinyl.
Oh,
It's pretty
tight.
sick,
That's
but
dope. Yeah.
but I was gonna do like some woodwork with it with the vinyl, which is gonna be sick. But then I was gonna do some paintings with it too.
It's a good art right here, man.
So if I do go pick it up, I'll let you guys rummage through it.
Yeah. Because
And,
both of y'all motherfuckers been.
yeah.
I know that he's big into jazz, and that's what I was like talking to you. I was like, yo, that's
Jazz
like
is
some
where it's
other
at.
shit. Yeah.
You know, the vinyl collection is what got me into, like, back in the day, I thought I knew all the jazz shit. My grandpa was a jazz musician, and
Dope.
I thought I knew everything. You know, I grew up with a family that was actually knew a lot about music for white people.
You're different though, because you're fucking Irish, so it
Yeah.
doesn't. That's
You
like
know what I mean?
being the
You were
blacks
hated
and
on
whites.
too.
You know, yeah, and then I got hip to this cat. You know, because what I love funk. You know,
Ooh,
and
yes.
that's-
Yeah, you do.
And that's what it came down to. Is like I just love the funk music. I'm a bass player. I love them like hard hitting beats. You know, Prince just died.
Oh, rest in
You
peace.
know, but and
Fuck
he's-
Gene Simmons, man.
and he's dope. But you know who just died not too long ago was a guy named Louis Johnson, and who was a bass player for the Brothers Johnson, who played with Herbie Hancock, who,
Yep.
who was
Oh.
Quincy Jones,
Yep.
who was all over Michael Jackson albums.
So basically, the guy that was behind most of the fucking greatest music
It's
of all time.
Quincy Jones who did those albums.
Yeah.
Who did those Michael
Was his
Jackson
main
albums.
man.
That's who he was fucking with before he was fucking with Michael Jackson.
God damn.
And then
What was his name again?
Louis Johnson.
Louis Johnson. Rest in peace, man.
Google him.
Yeah.
You know, and nobody talks about that shit, and that kind of
Just
bugs me.
the fucking they don't get played ever.
They don't get played.
They never
No.
talk about people behind the music.
They don't.
No.
They don't. I mean,
Really?
you can't-
Producers just
can't
barely
even-
caught on
I mean,
board.
he was 60, and you can't Google how he died. You know, and I do. I Google. I'm like, hey, like 6 months later, like I'm like, hey, what the fuck happened to fucking Louis Johnson? What happened?
Yeah.
Still nothing. So the music industry is fucked up as it is. You know what I mean? It's just like whoever sells. I don't even know what the fuck I was talking about. But
Fuck.
The bass player.
the bass player, yeah, Louis Johnson. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? So I try to dig and try to find out who's dope. So that being said, like I got into jazz because a lot of these funk artists were always doing funk, but then like you said Miles Davis earlier, and then you get into those albums like Bitches Brew and A Garden.
Oh, yeah. I got bitches,
And all
bro.
that, you know, when he was doing things with John McLaughlin.
Yeah.
And that was, you know, that was kind of like his own version of like Miles Davis funk, and then a lot of these other cats like Billy Cobham was doing like
Yep.
was doing jazz, and then he broke in and did his own Spectrum album, which is like a badass funky ass
Yeah,
album,
that
you know?
bitches brew. It kind of hit me weird
Yeah.
because it was more electric. I was like, hold
Right.
on,
Yeah.
like what is this?
So from
It
what I
got
hear,
real psychedelic. I was like, holy shit!
Psych surf?
from
It
what
was,
I
it was
hear
trippy. It's trippy.
is that Miles I mean, he was a badass. And Miles, he had this record deal where he was supposed to come out with a certain amount of albums in a certain amount of years.
Yeah.
And that, you know, he wasn't coming out with these albums, and time was passing, and the record company was like, what the fuck? You know, like, why aren't you coming out with these albums?
Shit.
You know, where the fuck are these albums at? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Miles Davis ain't tripping. He's just sitting there not tripping.
Smoking his
And
cigarette.
then finally, like, they're like, hey, if you don't fucking record some goddamn albums soon,
Cut your ass.
we're going to fucking, not only are we going to cut you, you're going to get sued because you signed this contract. And Miles Davis was like, fuck y'all. Went and locked himself into a fucking studio for a week. Came out with 4 fucking albums.
Yeah.
Damn.
God
You know?
damn.
In one
Yeah.
week?
And some of them
What you got on that shit?
were double albums.
Yeah.
God
You know what I mean?
damn.
Yeah. Like literally like 2-hour albums.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and just that fool just doesn't trip. He's like Thanos.
Yeah.
Just doesn't trip on
Doesn't
shit.
trip. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Let your shit ride.
Yeah. And so that being said, I was listening to a lot of cats like that. Like Herbie Hancock made that transition to the Headhunters, and that
Yeah.
shit got mad funky. Paul Jackson.
You've
know,
always been a big
badass-
funk dude.
Yeah.
That's what I love about our kitchen, because it's like everybody brought their taste of music. Mm-hmm. But it was really just me and you just bringing shit to the fucking.
Oh yeah. We'd sit there and talk shit about everybody else's music.
Be like, oh, that's just garbage. What the fuck you listen to this new shit? What is this Drake nonsense? What is this Drake shit?
I can't even like when
I'll show you some funk, motherfucker.
when people ask me about modern day music, I have a hard time. Like
That means you're
I'm-
old.
I'm
Yeah.
the same. I'm the same way.
yeah.
Because I have a playlist. I have
Yeah,
a
shit you
handful
like.
of artists that I listen to that I will continue to listen to, whether that album's 10, 20 years old. I'll listen to the albums front to back. A Tribe Called Quest.
Tribe.
Every single
Tribe.
one of their
I want to
albums.
say Tribe goes down as like top 5 for me.
Yeah.
That's real.
That's just
I
something.
saw Tribe like 3 or 4 times live too. You know, Ali Shaheed Muhammad fucking taking off his shirt while he was DJing, like scratching, like one piece at a time. That was
Respect.
badass. You know, obviously Fife. You know,
Rest in peace.
Peace.
Rest in
yeah,
peace.
R.I.P.
Yeah, it's there's with newer music, it doesn't grasp.
But that's what's dope though, is because we were able to live in an era where the music that we claim to and gravitate towards is very specific to what we like.
And it was thought of the same way that we think of music now.
Yeah, because that's like any generation before us, when you have everybody like Elvis and Buddy Holly,
Yeah.
and you know Charles
Richie
Mingus,
Valens.
whatever. Like I'm like, yo, like there's a generation that also gravitated to their music, and it's just always a different tide. It's just this may not be on our frequency, but don't get me wrong, I always listen to new shit because I always think within new music there's always a sound that's very reminiscent. That's why I'm a big Mayor Hawthorne fan.
Yeah,
Mayor's
you
the
you
shit.
got me into him.
Mayor's the
Boom.
shit.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
Mayor's
saying?
the shit.
Thundercat.
But it is. It's very reminiscent of something that you've
Yeah.
heard.
So you can never be fully closed, and I think that that's the idea of trying to be not so absolute, but more or less be open to the idea of new stuff. It's just, I think the difference is now is you're more open to everybody, and there's so much music where you're like, shit, this is like overload.
The saturation is crazy.
Yeah, saturation's crazy.
But just like food, you have to listen to it to say you don't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have to scour. You have to scour the earth to find what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? You got to scour the earth to find what is it that you like.
Yeah. Because you guys turned me on to the internet.
Woo! Dude, have you listened to the internet?
Okay, at first I was like, dude, how?
You're like, it's 2016, bro. Like, how you not on the internet, bro? Matt Brown's the last person to hop on technology, and he's like, yeah, I definitely own the internet, though.
No, the internet.
For all you that don't know, Matt Brown barely just switched from a pager to a flip phone, not smartphone. That's all I'm saying. But he's old school. I respect that. I keep it real. I wish I was at that point. But no, the internet's dope. You should check him out. It's what is it, like a 5-piece band, 4-piece band?
They're actually gonna be in Sacramento on
Yeah.
the 20. What is it? The 15th?
Where?
So.
It's
Something
Spades?
like that.
No, they're gonna be at that concert in the park. Or not
Oh,
concert in the park.
102.5.
102.5.
Yo, 102.5 concert live.
No shit.
Get your ass out there.
The internet.
If
The
not,
internet.
go home and look up the internet, man. You'll dig
I'm gonna
them.
Google it
You'll dig them
instantly,
based
yeah.
on the idea that this is a group that has a band.
Yeah, check them out, and also check out Animals in the Attic.
Animals in the
Yeah.
attic. Spencer,
Psych Surf.
Raquela, you know what's good.
Psych surfing.
It's fucking LaFlame. You know what it is.
What's Animals in the Attic?
Dog, you need to watch
There.
podcast. What is
Yeah.
it? EP28? Young Cat.
30,
Young
30,
Cat. How old
30.
is he? How old is he?
He'll be 21 this year, but
21 this year, man. Psych Surf.
It's a 3-piece band.
3-piece band.
Yeah.
They
some-
got dude on keys.
what do you
the
think
dude
you
on
would
key plays.
associate their music with?
Psych surf. It's like, man.
It's like psychedelic.
Okay, it's basically it's indie.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's indie, but a subgenre from indie is surf rock or
surf rock or something.
Surf rock
it's where
or
it's
something like
very
that.
slow,
It's like
chill,
it's wavy.
psychedelic shit.
Yeah,
I can dig
psychedelic-y.
Dude.
But it's crazy to see. For me, I mean, I've never been into that genre, but I feel like it's more of an older feel, but they're young.
Dude,
Yeah,
and when I
very
listen to it,
20.
it's reminiscent for me for what Mayor Hawthorne did for me. When I started first listening to Mayor Hawthorne, I'm like, this sounds old as fuck, but he's talking about some relevant shit, and he's putting it in a vernacular where I understand it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Where you're like, damn, this is just good musically, for one. In general, it's very unique. They do it very well musically. And then it's just easy listening. It's nice.
And they're fucking fresh out of high
Dude,
school.
and they're
man.
fresh.
They're
like
20
new
yeah,
blood
yeah.
shit.
Did you guys ever see Whiplash?
No.
Oh, the
Yeah.
drumming movie. That
Some of
movie
those
is
young
fucking
cats.
insane.
Yeah.
That's where it's at. Like, you got to pay attention to these young cats, and I hate to change
Nah, but it's cool, though. Hey, get in the mic, man.
Yeah,
Come
yeah.
on, get in the mic.
But like Whiplash is a perfect example of like there's like young talent out there.
Yeah.
And then if it can be molded in the right way,
Yeah.
you can hear some dope shit.
Yeah.
I would
you gotta
beg to
get to
differ.
it.
I wouldn't say molded, but more or less, if you like drumming, here, let me show you things.
Yeah, you
And
got.
then they decide, as opposed to like, do this. Just more or less, hey, you ever heard of this dude? How about this dude? Because I think what we forget to realize is when there's a generation behind us, it's like they haven't seen the shit we've seen.
Yeah.
And I wanna say you said it, or somebody was like, oh yeah, we were in the world where, oh no, Dane said it. We were in the world where we didn't have technology, and now we're in the world that we have it. But our generation knows how to find certain things that really call to us. And we have a knack for finding those things. I think urban streetwear, I think sourcing really good music and rare. Because, when you're with your homies, you're like, Battle of the Jams. You're like, oh, that's a dope song. But have you ever heard this, though?
Yeah.
Like, oh! And, so it's back and forth. Same thing with the fashion wear. You're like, oh, you ever seen this, though? They're like, oh, because it's like some way or somehow there was a way to find these unique things that we had. It was a talent. So now with the internet and now being open to the idea of information, it's the same thing.
So here's what gets me about modern day music. I mean, like I dig some modern day shit. Wolfpack, they're pretty dope. But
Wait, the pack?
no
I was about to say, yeah, the Wolfpack. Yeah.
Wolfpack.
Wolfpack.
Vulfpeck.
Damn,
They
that's
from
some
Germany?
like fucking Euro.
No, they're fucking Americans. But
Super
and that's not
America.
even what I'm getting at. Like that's like the one like modern day group that I listen to, and like you guys should go Google it.
Wolfpack.
They're fucking dope, dude. Like there's some funk. It's like modern day funk. But one thing that I love hip hop. I mean, I grew up listening to like Hyro.
Yes.
Shouts out, man. Futel.
Living Legends and
Living Legends.
and a lot of and like AC Alone to this day is
Woo!
my favorite rapper. You know what I mean?
Him and Abstract.
18, don't even know.
Yeah, 18.
18.
Yeah. And
Shots.
but the battle rap thing, in my opinion, got out of control to the point where like you have these battles where people are just talking. They'd be like, "Hey, look at this fool."
Yeah.
Blah 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 blah. Man, it's just like, dude, hip hop is music.
My
Hip-hop-
guns got guns.
Yeah.
And they'll spray your whole crew like that type of shit.
And
then they have
I don't
teams
even
now?
care about that shit. You know what I mean? Hip hop is music, and it should be music, just like jazz, funk,
Yeah.
country, any of that. It should be fucking music. And like, I don't want to sit there and talk about how well you could put rhyming words together. I mean, Dr. Seuss did it well, and he wrote children's books.
And he killed it.
And he fucking Dr. Seuss killed it. He would destroy most MCs.
He was close most
my
MCs now.
You know what I
Like,
mean?
bitch, I did this and I got pictures to show.
Yeah.
I'm so worldwide. I went platinum in the books, homie.
There was that whole, and I'm not going to say names because I got people that are within that little group of people who did that whole battle scene. So
Of course.
But
It kind of got lost.
it got lost, man, and it's just like
Where the musicality got lost.
And here's a little look, and I never tell people this shit, but here I am on fucking
Worldwide radio.
yeah, and saying it. But I was in a hip hop group, and I
Oh, what's it called?
The Bumpkins.
Bumpkins.
Yeah, and this is back in high school.
Wait, hold up. You got to spit a bar right quick just to do it. Just on some old school shit, just for fun. Like, not even 16. Just go like 8. 8 solid. Whatever. A little right. Just the tagline, whatever.
fuck, I'll just spit some freestyles.
Oh fuck!
Okay.
Shit.
And that's some shit that not a
But
lot
see,
of MCs
motherfuckers
do
can't
now.
do it.
All right, well, we'll drop a topic.
Oh,
Damn.
shit went supernatural on it.
I know. He said juice and super nat. I got you.
Go ahead. Nacho cheese and bean dip.
Nacho cheese and B-dip about to flip the script. MCs want to hop on my shit, but you can't even flip the way I got the styles. I got profiles. I'm about to go in the dip and put it in my mouth. I'm busting out shit from down south. I got rhymes off the top of my cerebellum, and there I tell them, where you dwelling doesn't even matter. Matt is fatter, and I'm flowing like water. My rhymes is hotter. MCs' blood is about to clot. Wait, that isn't even real.
Clotta. I love that though.
I haven't spit rhymes for fucking days, but this is
respect.
The
We used to do this shit in the fucking in work. That's what's funny.
What? So you about to spit too?
I know.
I was the hype man. I was just over there like, yeah, bitch, like I was the hype man. But
Panda,
I know F.
panda,
I know F.
panda,
Shout out
panda,
to FJ
panda.
Lobos.
FJ? Yeah.
F had bars for
Did
days.
have bars.
That motherfucker's too smart. Shouts out FJ Villalobos. You know what it is. Y'all motherfuckers used to always be in there. Sean will come in, chime in with
Just
his
spitting
little thing.
rhymes and shit, you
For
know.
fun shit. But it's
and-
funny though because people lose that aspect of like what the essence of the music was. And not to say the new generation doesn't do it. I just think it evolves, just like how rock and roll evolved from like Steely Dan to fucking glam rock shit to it evolves. Like hip hop's the same deal. Yes, it started off at this era, but it does venture off and does different things. But it's cool to know that it affected a generation. Because it's cool to hear when you hear Five Dog pass away, right? And you're watching ESPN, of all things. And one of their announcers like, yo, just to let everybody know, it's like a normal white-looking dude was like, Five Dog passed away. And just like referencing like gold hits. Where you're like, see?
You see that newscaster who was
The
doing,
weather?
Yeah. That shit
Same
was
shit.
hilarious. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying. But see, that lets people know like, yo, this hip hop shit isn't really relegated to one look or one style. It's really, it was made for everybody.
He was a big proponent of sports.
Yeah.
He was a diehard.
Anybody that knows
sports fan.
anybody who fucks with like Tribe is like, yo, you only got 3 dudes rocking and really changing the dynamic of how that music was made at that time.
Yeah.
Like Benita Applebaum, like, pff, get out of here with that.
That shit.
Midnight Marauders, the whole
Midnight
album,
Marauders
like,
was
get out of here with
fire.
that. You know what I'm saying?
I remember when Midnight Marauders came out.
Low End Theory, like,
Right after Low End Theory. No, I shouldn't say right after, but it was the album after
yeah,
Low End
after,
Theory.
yeah, the after,
After,
yeah,
You know?
yeah.
And that's when they were hitting hard on like what was the name of those albums? Not those albums, but those tours. It was Smoke and Grooves.
Yes.
You know, Smoke and Grooves was what was happening,
Damn.
and then they also did the Tibetan Freedom Concert too at the same time.
Oh, that was huge. That was huge
With,
back
like,
then too,
yeah,
with
you know,
Tibet
it's like
going on and the
De
whole
La
night.
Soul
Yeah.
was at that
Jungle
the
Brothers,
Beastie Boys,
yeah.
Oh,
Jungle Brothers.
Beasties, yeah.
And then-
JB's coming through. Woo.
And then I had a friend reach out and be like, "Hey, what's some other underground hip hop shit that I don't know about?" So I started saying some shit, and then the Bush Babies. I don't know.
Damn.
Yeah.
Bush Babies.
Nobody knows about that shit. You know what I mean?
That's
And
old school
yeah,
90s shit for real.
Yeah, and that was some super dope fucking 90s hip
What was
hop
their
shit.
song? What was their claim to fame? What was the song that everybody recognized as? I remember it was really catchy as fuck.
I can't even tell you.
Good, yeah.
Damn, I have that CD right now at the house. Like, that's what's funny.
That was a great ass fucking album, though.
Dude, that was just a great ass time for music. Where you figure this? People are making music. Everybody wants to hop in. Everybody that hops in actually is very, very talented.
Bizarre Ride to the Far Side.
Woo!
Fucking, obviously 93
Love
Dill
that album,
Infinity.
90.
Yeah, because on the tail end after Midnight Marauders, you had West Coast groups
Yeah,
like
and the whole West Coast
Far
movement.
Side,
Yep.
like Souls of Mischief,
Souls.
Hyro, and then Living Legends.
That's
Three
why, dude, like
Melancholy
the Bay in
Gypsies.
California don't get that kind of love for some
Yeah.
reason, which I don't get. I'm like, yo, there was so many groups coming out of the West Coast while everything was going on in the world where, dude, Bizarre Ride to the Far Side, I'm like, put
Dope.
that album out with
Yeah.
a lot of stuff. I'll throw in Log Cabin, California, like, yo, like,
Lab Cab is probably
Dude.
by
Lab Cab's
far
dope.
one of my favorite
that's what
albums.
I'm saying. And it came on some really NorCal,
Yeah.
like California shit where, like,
I'm pretty
we
sure
like
that
to
was
chill.
the last Far Side album with all of them in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
last one.
Fat
Yeah.
Lip wasn't on any of the
Nope.
other albums after that.
Nope,
Nope.
exactly.
Yeah.
Same
But
thing
then-
with Hyro, same thing with 93 Till. Like, you could play 93 Till. And a lot of people be like, yo, that may be like the anthem for like hip hop in general. Just because it sounds like the minute you hear it, you're like, fuck. Like, yo.
No Need for Alarm.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Casual Sphere itself. All
Mr.
those
Gobalina.
albums, that was before they switched over from Hyro's. They were there on
Sign
Jive,
label.
Jive
Yeah.
Records,
Sign
and
label,
they
yeah.
went on their own
And
label.
they moved over, yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
remember that.
they're doing great for themselves right now.
Yeah, it's still doing it too on the independent tip, which is cool about the West Coast because you got dudes
They have
like
fucking
E40,
Hyro Day.
you got E40, you got Hyro.
Hyro
Be
Day?
fucking dope.
Yeah,
I
Hyro
need to
Day is
go
the
out.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what I'm talking about. This is part of the reason why I'm somewhat excited to be separating myself from the 7-day-a-week job that I
Yeah.
used to have.
Go
Because
back
you
to
know,
the shit you
Hyro
love.
Day, I wanted to go there. I had backstage passes to go to Hyro Day. I got
God
pictures
damn.
of the dude that was gonna give me fucking Hyro Day tickets, and he's sitting there chilling with Casual.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That would have been dope.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
And you're missing out because this grind.
Yeah,
that
because
you
the
decided
grind.
to
You know what I
partake
mean?
into.
And
Yeah.
like I thought I was something I wanted to be part of. I'm looking forward to like having barbecues in my backyard again.
yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Living life, man.
I'm looking forward to
the
like
shit that matters.
picking tomatoes and
Yeah.
fucking
Planting
watering
more.
the garden, yeah,
Yeah.
and shit like that, like
Yeah.
stupid shit.
Simpleton,
you know?
simpleton.
You
I'm
know?
the same way.
Yeah,
man.
right,
I'm like,
yeah.
what can I do back here?
Yeah, right. Yeah,
I went as far as to like last year I bought a few pots, good soil from one of the nurseries that's like sea-fed soil or something like that. I had tomatoes, I had cucumbers, I had zucchini, I had squash,
that's the way to do
and
it.
then I ate them.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what to do with the rest. I was like, oh, there's nothing else on there because like my cucumber was hella big.
Yeah.
I had one cucumber.
Why does
But it
everyone that
was like-
fucking grows cucumber always brings in that one fucking cucumber that's like,
It was
yo,
massive.
I got this cucumber.
Yeah.
like, what's good? I'm
It
like,
was hella
"God
big."
damn, You
Nobody
guys are
wants
fucking.
it. Yeah.
Exactly. I'm like, no, you gotta fucking snip that shit when you're ready to snip it.
Because it was just hell. I was like, I don't know when to, because it's kind of yellow still. Like, do I cut it now? But it just like grew into one big ass cucumber. I didn't have any other cucumbers.
Because that one, it was like concentrating all its
Yeah.
power on that one cucumber.
I was like,
That's
this
what I'm
is cool. Like you could see like the little tiny ones like this big. But I was like, why is this cucumber hella humongous?
yeah.
But yeah, just shit like that. I look forward to that kind of shit too.
Dude,
Barbecuing in the backyard with my kids
Yeah.
while they're jumping on the trampoline.
As you get older, man,
best.
it's one of those things where it's like life kind of tendency to slip down or slow down.
Fun
And
is
kinda
different.
Look at
Fun is
yeah,
different.
the things
man.
you value are a lot way different than when you were like younger.
Yeah.
The money that I spend now ends up being like for my daughter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I look forward to like,
Yeah,
You know,
providing her the opportunities.
you know,
and
there
providing
was a
her the
couple of
things
moments
that
there
is-
where I couldn't afford juice boxes,
Uh-huh.
you know, for a short minute at a time where I was like,
Yeah.
fuck, I don't have any money to buy juice boxes
Yeah.
right now. And that fucking destroyed me. Like
Yeah.
inside,
Yeah.
where I was
as
like,
a human being, as a
you
man,
know, where I
type
was
of
like,
deal.
fuck, I can't send my little girl to school with
With a
fucking
fucking
apple
juice box,
you
yeah.
know, like that fucking sucks.
Yeah.
You know?
Podfathers coming through. Podfathers is coming through. Yo, Matt, I was telling Pete he's gonna start this podcast about just like modern day fathers and just
Yeah,
kind of like
modern
the
day
struggle
dads.
of like.
That's the next one, bro.
So there you go. There's
Podfathers,
another
yeah.
guest for your fucking show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
You
all
know what I'm
about it.
saying? Real talk, man. But that's true though. Like the way the world works now in the day and age, and with our generation, it's more or less like, how do we navigate this motherfucker? Because no one gave us fucking a manual for this.
Yeah, you don't.
Just like any generation before them and any generation after us. Because the generation after us is going to be like, all right, so about navigating cars, how does this work? Like these floating cars. So that's why this is unique to us, and it's more or less trying to figure out a way of communicating to each other or just sharing information to figure out the best practices going forward.
Yeah.
I think that's just my opinion.
you just gotta
Like I said, dude, if we could curate a party every week in whatever magnitude, I'd be forever dope on that. If I could spend my week and end the day with like having upwards to 20 to 50 people, just great music, great food, good vibes, cracking jokes, reminiscing, whatever the case is.
That's like my backyard right there, dude. Bro.
That's what
You
I'm
know
saying.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, that's
See? That's what I'm saying. The world somehow slows down at a certain time frame. And I'm only talking out of my ass because I'm only, 31 too? Like whole EP?
You tell
31.
us. How old are you?
All right, so I'm 31. I think me and P are the same age. I'm just ahead by maybe a couple months, but just thinking about that, and then this is a weird journey.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, because anything during 20 was like, okay, like this is hectic, and I was pretty much blacked out the whole entire my 20s, anyways.
Okay.
So now I'm 30. So now it's like, okay, how does this shit work?
That's when the 2-day hangover started to happen. And that's
Yeah,
when I was
2,
like, fuck
3
this.
days.
Yeah, you're like, I
3
can't
day,
even
4
do this
days.
anymore. Like,
I gotta wake up and do yoga and detox and get a
Hot
fucking
yoga.
My colon cleansed just after drinking.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck am I doing right now? Seriously.
Don't share a toothbrush with Ryan Reback.
Oh shit.
I don't even brush my teeth. I don't even know what that
He
is.
doesn't have a toothbrush.
I was like,
Full chews on sticks.
what is this fool talking about? I was like, hey, Deeks, what is
He got
what is
those
toothbrush?
Wu-Tang. He got those Wu-Tang flavored chew sticks. And
You know what I'm
shit.
saying? I suck on honey sticks. I don't play.
And when Florida Mall was open, there was that African shop in there,
Rest in
and they
peace,
used to
Florida
had they used to have those chew sticks that you buy and you can just chew on them, and they're like different flavors. So I
Oh,
went
like
in
the
there.
honey sticks?
No, they're sticks like from a tree. Like
Nah.
Method Man
Nah.
always had one in his
Oh,
mouth.
I do remember seeing
Yeah,
that.
Method
I
Man
thought that
always
was
had
a
one in
cinnamon
his
stick.
mouth.
That's what I thought.
Nah, it was
blunt.
That's what I was saying too.
it was a stick.
That shit was
It was
blunt.
it was a stick, and the tree that it came from was in Africa, and they would like soak them in different.
What I'm
flavors.
curious about is how the fuck did you obtain this information? Because back then the internet was not happening.
I just went in there. I was like, "What are these?" And she's like, "They're chew
She's like,
sticks."
Method Man had this.
cow.
To care. How
She
you
was like,
like me
they're
now?
chew sticks, and I was like, "Oh shit!" The same ones that Method Man has. And my homeboy was like, "Yeah." I was like, "I want those." So I got $10 and I bought a pack.
Shouts out
and
to
I
Method
ate
Man,
one.
man.
I was
Shouts out
like,
to the
"Nah,
Wu-Tang
this shit's
Clan Method Man.
disgusting."
Was it gross?
Dude,
Yeah,
shit
it
was
good.
so
It's
gross.
Like pure tobacco.
This shit was so
I
gross.
know this is the
Yeah.
stuff they spit out into the can and then we
I
turn
was
it
like,
into a
just
stick.
chewing. I was like, "Are you supposed to chew on it?
Hey,
You supposed
what
to
I-
suck on it? Like, what are you supposed to do?"
What was that movie with Tom Hanks?
Belly.
Where he,
I was gonna say that shit.
he was like,
Belly.
that's an inside shit. I don't know about that.
You never seen Belly?
No, it's not Billy. Tom Hanks was not in.
Oh, I just thought because you said
Because we were talking about Method Man.
I thought you were gonna see like Belly. No, man.
No, there's that captain. He's a captain of some shit.
Captain Phillips.
And they were
Yeah.
they were in Africa
With the fucking
and those
Somalians.
Africans
Somali.
were chewing those leaves.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that shit that they
Was
were
that
chewing?
cocoa leaves?
No,
it wasn't
no,
cocoa.
they were basically they were the same thing as like meth.
Oh
Yeah,
Like,
it gets
it
you
had-
spun out.
Yeah, super tweaking.
Can we
Yeah.
find those? What's up? Can we order those on Amazon?
I know what you're talking
Amazon
about,
come
and they
through
were
with
just
them
eating
tweaking
them.
ass leaves.
They were eating them by like the handfuls. and
How
that.
do you
You
type
and me
that
are
in
about
though?
to eat them and about to go become pirates.
If I'm looking at on Amazon, what do I type in?
Tweaker-
Captain Phillips leaves?
Yeah,
Tweaking?
Tom Hanks.
crank leaves?
Probably
Crank
find,
leaves.
probably find that at Coachella
But they-
or Burning Man.
Hell yeah, you could. Yeah.
Burning Man for sure.
That's what
Damn,
said Bernie, man.
I thought you were gonna say belly.
That's what I thought too. That's what I was like, Belly? Belly? Tom Hanks was in Belly?
Hey,
You
okay.
wanna
Well,
romp with
speaking
me?
of which, Belly, the 40 scene where he's like, nobody fucking drinks 40s anymore, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Tomorrow, at,
40 Fest.
at fucking for Molly's
Yes.
40s.
No.
Yeah.
40s tasting menu?
Go,
I was like, what?
yeah. Go in there. They're serving 40.
What time?
They're serving 40s.
They're serving 40s at 6:30.
Good thing for Fromoli's, man. I'm coming up, man. I
I
love
think I'm
Amol.
about to go in there. and
Amol,
get a 40.
get your ass on this fucking podcast. Stop playing.
Yeah, when I heard about it, dude, I saw it advertised somewhere, and I was like, 40s, really? It's like right down the street from my house.
Is it bring your own 40s or 40s going to be
they got
provided?
40s. You show
Of
up.
what, though?
Colt 45.
I don't know. I'm almost,
Mickey's.
I'm almost,
I want Mickey's.
I almost want
Still
to Google it
Reserve.
right now. Yeah.
I was
still,
like,
Oh, God.
still reserve.
Yeah. See,
It's like
Yeah.
drinking fucking oil.
melted
my
nickels.
first 40 was a St. Ides.
Oh, damn. That's classy.
The blue
That's
one?
actually really
That
good.
was a good one. Yeah. But then I learned like Old East sucks balls,
Oldie sucks.
and then
But it's old school.
but when it came to drinking 40s, it turned into like I don't like malt liquor. I'll drink
MGDs.
I'll drink a
Too much
fucking
sweet.
40 of fucking a Budweiser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Before
that'll
I
be-
drink a malt liquor, yeah. Malt liquor's too much sugar for me.
It is.
That's just me. I get my stomach gets hurt.
Yeah, that's just gross.
But I will take down a Steel Reserve. I will take down a Mickey's. And I'll take a Disney Minute down.
Disney
You know what I'm
minutes
saying?
all day.
See,
all
but
day
Mickey's
long.
is malt liquor,
I know.
but it somehow gets past the test of all the other bullshit.
But it's not as sweet though. If you really drink it, you're like, it's not a thing. And
It's
the
not
green
a
bottle's
sugar.
really attractive for some
yeah,
reason.
it's green.
They do really
And-
good marketing with
And
that.
under the cap, you have like a little puzzle or something.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They clicked into the right genre because I was like, ooh, this is fun. Look at this. And then
Yeah,
drink it.
squeeze it
Oh,
tight.
Disney
Keep
Minute,
drinking.
add orange juice to your
Yeah.
like quarter of a fucking 40. I was like, yeah, I will. I love this.
Drink a quarter
Yeah,
of
they
your
got
40
the right
and dump Minute Maid in that.
That's
bitch.
just funny though, because 40s is about to be a lost art.
Duck orange juice.
Like, yo, 40s is about to be a lost art.
When's
That's
the
all I'm
last
saying.
time you bought a 40?
Oh my God.
Like, shouts out Eric
when I was
Templo.
like 16.
Like, let me know. No, it was probably like my
I
mid-20s.
stole it, but
I couldn't even tell you how much a 40 costs nowadays.
My mid-20s. It's probably still like $2, $3.
I would
No,
say
it's gotta be
I'd
more.
say
It's gotta be
about
like
$3
$5.
or $4. Yeah, yeah.
Nah.
Yeah,
When's the last time
yeah.
you drank a 40?
Google it.
I'm gonna go
Yeah,
to the
exactly.
gas station tomorrow.
Exactly, because you buying 40s from like Costco. See, that's your fault. I'm buying 40s from that liquor store from the Arab on the corner. Like, yo,
Liquor
I'm
tree.
also trying to buy this weird ass
Hey, I
beef
would've-
jerky that they don't sell anywhere but here. Like, I'm like,
in the plastic bin.
yeah, that beef
that
jerky with
everybody
like
touched.
fur on it. I'm like,
Really like raccoon.
yeah. I'm like, I don't know what this is, but I don't know how this is beef jerky at 99 cents, but I will take that.
And that shit is
MD
good.
2020 and let me get, whatever. Shouts out to Eric Templo. We used to just drink them 40s in his fucking porch, so
I'll take a High Life.
I fuck with
40.
it. Yeah,
High Life all
High Life
day.
is good. I am not a hater on High Life. I love High Life. I think that's the champagne of beers.
That's Golden Bear. Got that 6-pack.
Oh, that's what I'll be
yes.
doing. I'll grab
Right.
GB.
Yeah.
Find your boy Matt Brown at Golden Bear, Hook and Ladder.
I'll grab a 6-pack
High
and
Life.
just kill that shit by myself. Like on my birthday, I was walking around with a 6-pack.
But that's what sucks about drinking beer, though. It's like
Yeah.
beer is like, to me, when I'm drinking, beer is that like water for me. When I'm like in between shots drinking hard liquor, let me grab a beer so I'm not walking
Jesus.
around with nothing.
Yeah, yeah. You feel like you're mixed
I
with
rarely get beer drunk, ever, if ever.
I just
I'm
get hella
always-
full off beer.
But that's the thing I hate about beer is because it really feels like I just ate like 17
yeah.
pizza crust.
Mm-hmm.
Not even the pizza, just crust. And when you eat crust, you're like, yeah, this is good. After 2, it's amazing.
You're
After,
over it, yeah.
Once you're at 3, you're like, ugh.
Yeah.
For me, it used to be one of those things where I drink beer all the time, and then I drink beer while I was cooking dinner, and then when dinner was ready, I'd be like, I'm not even hungry anymore.
Yeah, because you're just full already.
Yeah.
That's how I felt this weekend because I drank hella beer and we barbecued, and by the time it was, time to eat, I was like, I don't want to do this.
That's what I'm thinking.
I
I'm
want
thinking
that
the
chocolate
dynamic of
over
how
there.
you
You're
drink.
ready for dessert and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, no, seriously. Like, I'm like, yo, let me just get some like sour.
Hey, that honey chocolate.
Oh, bro, with the blue cheese.
Oh, that shit fucking blew my mind.
Oh
That shit
my
was
Yeah,
good.
so
God.
People had a surprise party for his wife, and they had somebody come in and do a wine tasting, like kind of like seminar, wine pairing thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you're familiar with that. You know how that shit works.
Yeah.
But they did roll out this dope ass canapé with salted chocolate and what was it, gorgonzola or blue cheese?
Blue
with
cheese
honey.
with honey.
That was a
Oh
good
yeah,
thing.
I can.
It
dig
sounded
that.
wild
Yeah,
as
yeah,
fuck, but when I ate it, I was like, and I was already faded.
And
I was like,
everything hits you at one time. You're just
Yeah.
like, oh fuck, oh
Yeah.
fuck,
That was the best.
oh
thing.
fuck.
yeah.
that little
For
platter.
people that don't know, Matt Brown is definitely a wine connoisseur. For
yeah,
sure.
I grew up with a winemaking
He
family.
lives in
Yeah.
Napa, the whole nine.
damn.
Yeah, so this is a good man to drink wine with. But it's funny because people associate wine always with like a certain look or a certain type of person.
I hate
This
the
shit.
I hate that pretentious attitude.
But that's what I'm saying. But when
Yeah.
because we've drank, I'm pretty
We
sure
drink
between me
wine
and you,
like a motherfucker,
we
yeah.
probably drank like $1 million worth of wine in like a handful of bottles.
Oh, no problem.
Just because what we were exposed to, even just in the middle school times that we were at 58, and then whatever ventures you've had, whatever ventures I've had. It's like working in the industry, you get exposed to, man, Brown, you want this $600 like wine bottle? You're like, let me get a taste of it. See,
well,
it's cool. Tight.
and I grew up. My parents don't listen to shit, so I was stealing wine from my parents.
Watch your
cellar.
phone ring right
Yeah.
What the fuck you talking about?
Yeah. Oh, you need to call me.
I know.
My mom doesn't sound anything like that.
No, I was like, who the fuck sounds like that? Horrible. Miss Brown, don't worry about it. Your son's horrible.
but I grew up like stealing wine from my parents' cellar.
Yeah.
And then
Damn, they had a cellar.
they had
Yeah.
a cellar, bro. Yeah, we had
tight.
a cellar.
That's
Yeah.
that
They
good.
probably they knew.
Well, no, I mean, but like the cellar
No,
was
because
full
when
of.
you have that many wines, that shit just goes missing, and people don't even check
They
inventory.
didn't even know. I mean,
Ain't no one doing no inventory count on your fucking collection.
We drank a lot.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? And they had that freezer full of fucking meat.
Ah.
You know, we would ditch school. We would ditch school at SAC HIGh, and then. both
That's
my
such a
parents-
different
Eat
dynamic.
prosciutto and
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe at work
Cheese.
till 7, and then like. You know, they would come home and we'd act like we just came home from school like
Hey.
2 hours ago. You know what I mean?
Hella
Like,
coming down off a high,
Yeah, you know what I mean?
drinking a bottle of wine and eating fucking high end like
Cheese on your
fucking
cheek.
cheese and prosciutto. That's the life though. That's the life you lead. You know what I'm saying?
I like cheese, but I haven't like dove into.
Oh, you got to go deep.
Cheese is deep.
Triple cream brie will
Yeah,
change your
that's
fucking
good.
life.
There's when
Yeah.
we went
Yeah,
to
really. Like
a brie and apple salad. Or I mean a sandwich.
yeah.
Panini
I
press.
think brie is
Yeah.
for anybody that doesn't
That's
eat
good, that's good.
cheese and wants to either look into the prospect of doing something a lot deeper.
I'm gonna start making cheese too.
Blue cheese or not blue cheese. Blue cheese is good. Gorgonzolas are really good to like fuck with, but brie will be the cheese that'll kind of like okay, like this will break me into the industry. Because then from there you start to be like, oh, you're okay with like funky cheese, like especially blues, gorgonzolas. What else is there? What's that other joint that we used to have at 58 for a minute?
There's this cheese. This
Fog something.
Oh, Humboldt Fog.
Humboldt Fog.
Yeah.
That shit will change your life too. You're like, wait, why is there fucking mold here and then the thing here? Yeah.
Yeah.
When
Triple King
we're-
Breeze, we were bringing in that what was that Triple King Breeze we used to bring in?
Pierre Robert.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to fuck with that shit.
Pierre
Yeah.
Robert's the shit, dude. Fucking
Dog, I'm
Yeah.
telling you.
The wine taste when we went wine tasting a few weeks ago, my wife and I, we went to Vista Tui in St. Helena, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a cheese that I smelled, and it smelled like a fucking rotting like
Nutsack.
carcass. And she was like, "It smells bad,"
But
but
tastes
try it.
so good.
and she gave me a slice, and I'm like, "Fuck, dude." I try it, and it just melted.
Yeah.
It's so heavenly in my mouth.
That's what's fucked up about
and it
cheese,
was
man.
so good.
Cheese will fucking get you, man. You'll smell that shit. You'll be like, this shit smells like.
That's my Achilles heel.
Exactly.
Cheese is
Yeah.
Like you put it in front of me, and
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll eat this whole fucking thing.
Hold up, bitch. Don't need to chop that up. Put that shit on a stick. I will eat that. Cheese is that goddamn good, though.
I love cheese.
It is. It's
I
so
love
good.
cheese.
Like my snacking habits need to transform to like charcuterie and cheese plates.
What is
Charcuterie.
charcuterie?
Yeah,
Cured meats.
just cured meats.
Oh.
Like good salamis and prosciutto, like kind of stuff you already had salami,
Yeah.
that whole game. But
That shit,
instead of
that
buying that,
process?
instead of that gallo shit that you be buying, you need to buy like what's some good brands out there right now? Like Columbia does some good stuff. Columbia is good.
Olympic, or I think they changed their name to Olympia.
I was
Olympia.
looking
Yeah.
for a place that specialized in that.
Does Morant's
out
have like
here.
some cured shit over there?
I don't think Marantz does.
They just
but,
do sausage,
But technically, that is a form of
Yeah,
charcuterie.
charcuterie.
Right?
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. But I'm talking about like cured meat game. Like Columbia always does good work. That's the stuff you'll usually find. If you want to look for artisan shit, you probably want to go online.
Yeah.
Because once you start eating like the prosciuttos and the hams and the ibericos and shit like that, that's when you're kind of like on some orgasm status.
Well. So now I got Bacon Fest happened
Aha!
about 6 months ago.
It did. Donations.
Was it that long
donations.
ago? No, that was like three.
No, it was a
No,
minute back.
Yeah, it was about
Yeah.
6 months ago.
Was it?
It was a while back. Yeah. Time flies,
So
brother.
they give you Llano Seco pork from Llano Seco, which is Llano Seco Farms is a legit ass
Premier.
They know what the fuck's up.
Yeah.
And so they gave us hella shit this year, and so I used most of the pork, but then I took those legs and I was like, well, I'm gonna keep these, and I got prosciutto
Out of them.
working right now.
Oh, do you?
Oh, damn.
How long you been having them cared for?
6 months.
Nice.
It's ready.
I heard
What's up,
that
Deeks? You be hopping on that? You be hopping on that cheese and a charcuterie game or what?
Yeah, we go to whenever we go to Hook and Ladder, we always get a cheese board. Have to.
Oh,
My
what's
girl-
on Hook and Ladder right now? What's on Hook and Ladder
My
cheese
girl
board? You already
fucking
know.
loves cheese boards, so I always have.
What
to
you
order.
on there? I know you know what the fuck is on the cheese board.
I know that they're messing with a little bit of Olympia. They actually do have
Fired. Meisner, fire this dirt bag.
Hey, what's that? What's that wine spot right there on right across from Broderick's in downtown? That wine spot.
What is that? I don't know what that is.
58 degrees.
No,
No,
across
not that
across
one.
from across from
where like
Broderick's. Not the Rind.
Ginger Elizabeth, yeah, the Rind.
The Rind.
Oh, the rind. Yeah,
The
yeah,
cheese
yeah.
spot.
They had this cheese. It was like the coconut cheese.
What?
Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah,
I haven't been there. Have you been to the Rind?
I haven't.
The guys that are work there are really cool though.
yeah.
Trevor.
well,
Yeah. Let's set up a date. We should go over there.
We should go there. Fucking.
Get fucking high as fuck and just eat
Yeah.
hella cheese and just go take
they
shits.
have this like coconut cheese that my girl was talking about.
Coconut
What?
cheese.
Yeah.
I didn't even know cheese,
weird.
coconut cheese comes from coconut. Looks, I didn't even know
I
that.
mean, I don't know.
Hell
I
yeah,
had a
it
really
does.
good cheese board at Oak Park Brewery.
Oh, they're doing work out there
Yeah.
too. Oak Park
They had a
Brewery's
really
doing
good
lot of
cheese
work,
board
yeah.
out there. Irene liked it a lot.
I think it's just cool that there's restaurants that are adopting the idea of having that as a viable appetizer slash like anything, just to have that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really cool to have people entertain the idea of having cheese boards and charcuterie boards, because I think that's a better way of snacking, healthy eating, exposure to the ideas of doing those things, man. Like, I love cheese and charcuterie. Like, I love that shit.
Making cheese should be a part of. It's one of those things that's super old school, and then it was lost, and now it's brought back. You know? I think they tell stories, because I read all types of weird fucking shit, and one of the stories is they say that a dude was traveling across the desert, and he had a back in the day when they used to have those little. What these penises, a huge cock.
I'm just looking at your hands. I'm like, that's a penis.
I've seen that technique
I've had
before.
Yeah, I'm like, yo,
Two hands like
that's a
this.
lot. That's a very big grip, but I mean, I could see that.
But it was like an animal bladder, you know, and that's
Yeah.
back in the day. That's
Yeah.
You know, but instead,
Yeah.
they put milk in it, and they traveled across the desert. Dude came out, couldn't fucking tip it upside down.
Yeah.
Because it was fucking full of cheese at that point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And he didn't realize it, yeah.
And
Because that's some shit they still do in, like, France and, like, Italy.
Yeah, I
and
was
shit like
watching
that.
something on that
Yeah.
not too long ago.
Yeah.
It's old school shit, you know,
Yeah.
and I make cheeses. I go to BFD, Brew Ferment Distill on right off of Broadway on MLK,
Shuts up.
and
What is it called?
outside it says BF
Brew
Ferment Distill.
Do they sell Scobies there?
Yeah, they do.
I'm gonna go there and get Scobies.
Scoby on your face.
Yeah. They
Tight.
You're
do.
about to start a kombucha
I'm
line.
trying to make kombucha.
Called Killer
I
Kombucha.
love shit like that.
Yeah.
Fucking homemade fucking sourdough and fucking.
Oh yeah.
When sourdough.
I make starter off of my nutsack.
Hell yeah, dude.
I just put fucking flour and be like, oh, starter, here it comes. Sour as fuck.
Foaming up.
You know what I'm saying? Start running miles like, oh, I got your starter right here.
House, I'm like, your house stinks.
You're like, thank you. You're welcome.
Smells like nutsack starter.
But it was
Find
one of
my
those
shit.
things when in the 1920s and the 1930s, when San Franciscans were making fucking sourdough, the French were like, you stole that from us. You know, literally. Like, you know, that's
my
not even a
armpits.
funny
That
story.
is
Yeah.
You know, 'cause
exactly.
they were wondering how the fuck were Americans making bread that was so good.
Yeah.
You know,
before that fucking we did it.
Yeah, you know, exactly. And they
Yeah.
can't even win a fucking war, so they're all
Sourdough, baby.
Yeah, they're all fucking horrible
Yeah.
about fucking trying to fucking figure out
They're
who.
salty, and they don't fucking put
Salty,
deodorant
so-
on.
Yeah,
No offense, but offense.
just lost 30,000 fucking listeners right there.
I know.
In
out of
France.
our
We lost our one.
out of our
Viewer from
one
France.
listener. It's like, fuck this podcast. Racist toward French people.
They said I don't wear deodorant.
Oh, man. God,
Fuck
damn.
these guys.
Damn, man. Damn, we already over there. 112. Damn, Matt.
Damn.
Damn, we already over here. Matt, thank you for coming in. See, this is what happens. Sometimes you just get in the thick of it, and we can riff all day.
Oh, we're beyond that point.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm already like 15 in. I didn't realize how
Fuck
far
it.
out we are. I mean, we could keep this shit rolling. Like, fuck it. I mean, we could talk all day.
We didn't even
cut
dig
into
into this
sandwich
hoagie
yet,
yet.
That's what I'm saying. We didn't get this fucking hungry. This is the VIP joint. Like, this is the VIP joint after the fact. But
the only reason I'm not getting heavily into these chips is because the bag crinkles. And
Oh, it's all good.
Fucking
I don't have a fucking.
Crinkle
I
it
don't have
up.
a mic
Hold
on
on.
there. But no one's gonna hear it. You're gonna be like, "What's he
you'll
doing?
barely
Why
hear
did he
it,
do
yeah.
that?"
You can't hear that? No, I don't know.
Nah, you can't hear
Shit
that.
works.
Yeah, no, but that's dope though. Like food and cheese, charcuterie.
That
music.
process.
Yeah.
I think,
Charcuterie.
I don't know if it was you that was talking about it or if it was Joe Rogan that was talking about it. Is that the same process where you like mold the meat first?
Yeah.
Or you like let it sit until it molds or
You know, and then in
Yeah.
Lucky Peach magazine, they just came out with
Yeah.
that cool thing where they were talking about in different areas where you make different charcuteries, that there's different Saccharomyces that are naturally out there
Yeah,
that will affect the taste
Yeah.
of the food.
yeah, because they're trying to do their own fucking pork katsuboshi or I forgot what he was working on, but he took that shit to the
Ooh, you see that shit?
fucking ninja shit. Look at that. That motherfucker almost fucking Spilt beer on here. Would a guy got us kicked out of this whole goddamn thing?
I know. Can't even be his
Trying to get some fucking bean dip.
Trying to get my bean dip on.
Fucking thirst is on.
Yeah, he was saying that he walked into this place. There was like a leg of something, and it was just molded over. And he said he wanted a piece, so he cut like, just barely sliced the top off, and then got under it, and just a ton of little slices and just
Hella buttery and good.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like,
What's that prosciutto you working on, bro?
yeah.
Prosciutto's
try
where it's
that.
at, man.
I wanna
You like you
try
fucking that
that.
prosciutto game?
Prosciutto's good. I like prosciutto.
Yeah.
What
What,
I'm
do you know about charcuterie? What do you know about
There's
cheese?
some.
You're in the restaurant biz. I know you've
I
been
like
exposed to that
salami.
idea.
I do that brie. I was a big fan of that.
Dude, you
We
like
had a-
salami? You need to get into some Colombia joints, man. You need to look at those like dry cured shit. You need to start really sourcing out better salamis and meats. Like go to like what's that spot in Napa? Dina DeLuca.
Dina DeLuca.
Yeah.
That's where fucking what's his name? Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah, Dina DeLuca. They do really good shit. It's in Napa. It's about 45 minutes away.
No, but not really Anthony Hopkins. What's the guy he plays?
DMX. I don't know who the fuck
belly.
Oh,
Hannibal.
Hannibal
In
Lecter.
the last
Hannibal
scene,
Buress.
In the last scene.
He's talking about charcuterie.
In the last scene of Hannibal,
Human charcuterie.
he's on the plane and
Yeah.
he's eating. He just killed hella folks or whatever. He chopped off his own arm or he chopped off his own hand.
Yeah,
And he's eating like fruit and fucking compote and fucking all that good shit.
hella fancy.
And that little kid comes up to him and he's like, "Hey, what are you eating?" And Hannibal pulls open a Dean and DeLuca box and feeds the kid brains.
Boom.
Yeah.
And Dina DeLuca blew
Dean
up
and
after
DeLuca-
that.
Yeah, exactly.
They fucking blew up after that movie.
Yeah.
Dina DeLuca was a one fucking shop in
That
I don't
serves
even know the
brains.
origins of it. But then all of a sudden it was fucking shown in that movie. Fucking Dina DeLuca's where to go. But no, they do source good shit though. But that is a good reference. That is funny because I remember that because it was very specific. Just like My Best Friend's Wedding. Or was it My Best Friend's Wedding? What's the one with Julia Roberts? Where Charlie Trotter was
Pretty
the
Woman.
fucking opening chef.
Oh, that's fucking right.
Yeah. See, I noticed shit like that. I was like, that's a dude. That's somebody. This is before I even started
just
cooking.
like in Treme.
Yep,
Weston
Treme.
was the chef,
Yep, yeah.
You learn to hate that dude.
Yeah.
Fuck that chef.
Yeah. Treme. I remember you turned me on to Treme too. That was a good show. It's one of those things where if you're in the industry or you like cooking or something about you like every fucking movie that involves food somehow. And I don't know why that is.
I get all wrapped up in that.
I
kind of
love
shit.
it.
Yeah.
I love it. Like when Chef, the movie came out, I was like, dude, this is by far the best movie ever.
Oh, dude, that movie was fucking dope.
Yeah.
I get dorked out on that type of
Oh,
shit.
I geek out on fucking food
Yeah.
all day. As much as y'all motherfuckers don't know it, I geek out on food all fucking day.
Yeah.
Getting high too now, I add that shit to my expertise. I'm like, getting high, eating food, love it. And it's not even on a professional level. I think that's what gets lost. I think people are discerning like, well, they're like pros. It's different. I'm like, it's not. It's the same shit. If anything, I think that in the future, chefs aren't going to be chefs and cooks aren't going to be cooks. I think the common person is going to be able to make a fucking 6-star meal.
They should.
5-star, 3 Michelin meal
I'm sure,
can
you,
happen.
I'm sure you can YouTube it and it'll be on there.
That's what I'm saying.
So what's the difference?
Everybody can fucking YouTube, but the greatest thing is this, and what makes any cook a great person is when they put love into their food.
Yep.
And that's all what's needed. Mm-hmm. And it's cliche as fuck because I learned this shit in culinary school, but I remember my chef John Mankiewicz, all the chefs were like, the secret ingredient to cooking food is love. And the minute you put that shit in there, like it's all game.
Andy Nuyens? You been to Andy Nuyens?
Oh, no,
On
Broadway?
The lady,
They do work.
she prays over all the food.
Oh, see? There
She
you go.
goes like that,
That's what I'm
yeah.
saying. Ancient Vietnamese shit. I fuck with it.
That
You know what I'm saying? What do you want right now, Matt? I know you want some new food shit. What do you want? What are you eating?
I'm
What have you been
trying to-
eating
I'm
ly?
What have I been eating lately?
It feels like McDonald's.
all right.
Motherfucker.
Well, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like
Yeah.
as far as like the food truck goes, it's been like constant food truck. It's been one of those things where like I go to the food truck and we go to a bar, you know, and the bar wants hamburgers, the bar wants fucking something fried, the bar wants this, and then you go to a different bar which is in a different part of the town, and they want like that cool
Something
shit. They
totally
want,
different. Yeah.
They want that flatbread
Cheeky,
shit.
yeah.
They want that cool shit. So it was interesting going to different parts of Sacramento, to different bars,
And seeing what
whether
they
one
wanted.
was in a dive bar in East Sac or one was in like a fucking hipster bar downtown. The hipster bars will eat whatever. The dive bars want hamburgers. And it's kind of like at the beginning of this podcast is exactly what I was talking about, where it's time for me to go back to the drawing board. It's almost like it's perfect time for me to not be cooking for myself anymore, and for me to shut the fuck up and listen to what other people are doing nowadays. As far as what I'm cooking nowadays, it ain't shit. It's the same old jazz, man. I make a badass grilled cheese. I've been making quesadillas for lunch every fucking day.
Yeah.
You know? I've been trying to bring back the brewing game pretty strong.
Nice.
You know, I've been brewing beer a little bit more strong
Getting back
nowadays.
to the old school shit, yeah.
And then I just hit on that grill. I mean, the charcuterie game of what we talked about, I've been doing that a little bit more.
Good.
You know, I've been trying to cure my own salamis and making my
Dude,
own.
the food
making
world
my
is
own
always
salamis and-
plentiful of opportunities and ideas, and that's what's cool about like revisiting a lot of that like classical shit, if not something familiar with what you're familiar with.
Well, these prosciuttos that I'm making, I'm proud to say that these aren't fucked up. The last ones I did were.
Fucking spoiled.
And these ones are good now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're learning.
Yeah.
I love to take a piece of that. That's
And
all
so
I'm saying.
I don't want to say the name of where I'm making these.
Yeah.
Because there was some restaurant, and then they were making sous vide food somewhere, and then they didn't have their sous vide license.
And they got
they
got
got
somebody
fucked.
sick as fuck.
No, they didn't get anybody sick.
Oh.
But they got interviewed by some magazine, and the magazine was like, "Oh, Dub, you sous vide," and they're like, "Yeah, we do this."
Yeah. Like you
And
have a
then
license. No,
health department read this article. Health department was like, "Oh, you're sous vide," you know, and they're like, "No, we're not sous vide." Health department
You're like,
literally pulled out the article and was like,
article
"Oh,
says
look
this."
at this. You know,
Yeah.
you're fucking sous vide. So fuck you, health department. I ain't telling you where I'm making this prosciutto.
In your face, health department.
You can suck my dick. To be honest, here's an idea.
But if you like the pod, please follow.
Yeah. Here's an idea for a fucking reality show.
Yeah. Kick people in the balls and give them $5,000.
I'm pretty sure that it probably exists.
Yeah, I hope so. If not, I'm making that. Yes.
So I want health department cats to act as cooks and then
See how
follow
real it
their
is.
own rules in a busy restaurant.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I would watch
That'll
that
be
show.
tough though
Yeah,
because
I would
Yeah.
watch that show.
that'll be tough because they
I would
already
too.
know it's kind of
Yeah.
like a weird situation.
You know how many times you break the fucking restaurants violate.
Dude, we violate all that
every
shit all
fucking rule.
fucking day.
Hey, that shit gets
You want me to
violated.
fucking use tongs every time I pick up a piece of fruit at the
You
bar?
want me to wash my hands double
outta
time, happy birthday
Yeah.
twice?
Exactly.
In the middle of a shift?
They can't do it. You ever work in a restaurant that's actually legitimately fucking just like clean as fuck, and then the health department comes in, they have nothing to bitch about, so they find something.
Oh no, they always have to find
They
something.
find something to bitch about, man. That's like,
I feel bad for health department inspectors, but I also feel for restaurant people. I think it's a give and take, and I think it's transitional. I think it does change more in the future, which is the hope, but you never know. I mean, it just sucks that being a fucking health department head, you're like, fuck, motherfuckers.
That's that job. Like I feel like they have the same job as like the fucking parking meter people.
I know those guys.
Like
gotta
as soon as you
right,
pull,
yell
you're like,
at
"Yo,
those
I'm
dudes,
here.
like,
I'm here. Why are you giving me a ticket?"
Imagine just being
And
that
then-
person. The minute you walk in, people look at you and scramble.
Oh,
Like, how awkward is that? Like, you walk in, you're like, oh, shit.
Hey, you know what?
Everybody
though?
start cleaning.
I bet you they probably some people like that shit.
Oh, of course. There's
They
the
love
fucking
that
power
shit.
thing.
Yeah, it's a power trip.
Dude, I've had,
They walk in with their chest like, "Oh yeah, now you're cleaning." Huh?
Yeah.
Fuck
But
outta
to be
here.
honest, at the same time, though, that is necessary for the health of everybody else.
Oh, it is.
Because
Yeah.
their practices help prevent widespread disease,
It's true.
which is so
true,
crazy.
yeah.
Because I remember doing my health class, and they were talking about the whole Chipotle outbreak. And they're like, a lot of that shit could have been alleviated by just good health practices.
So Chipotle is trying to say that they're being fucking
Yeah, diligent. And somebody fucking laced their shit
exactly
at the fucking farm.
And I don't think that's too far fetched.
So you're saying McDonald's did it? Is that what you're saying? On record?
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm hearing.
Yes.
Yes. Matt Brown officially, CNN reports. Doo, doo, doo,
Okay.
doo.
I mean, it really is strange. Like, shit happens in Seattle. Shit happens in fucking California. Shit happens in multiple fucking cities.
Yeah.
Are you saying that, like, fucking
Each person at each of those
person, like,
stores.
all of a sudden, it's not like you go and work at fucking Chipotle and they're like, hey, and it's kind of like whatever if you wash your hands or not. It's like
No, it's something
not really
happened
true.
at the root of the cause.
Yeah. It's
But for
really,
something to
it's
infiltrate
really
that
weird.
is crazy.
It's really weird for people from state to state not to be washing their hands.
Yeah.
And have that same similar outbreak happen.
At this same facility
At the same
business.
fucking time. It's not like we all work for fucking or with stupid kids who don't know how to wash their hands. It doesn't mean that it's happening simultaneously.
Yeah.
It's just weird. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying.
So you're saying McDonald's did it? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying McDonald's, fucking Bush and McDonald's teamed up.
Bush and McDonald's teamed up and started roasting
And
motherfuckers.
fucking all of them fucking and they just started poisoning shit.
Respect. I get it. I get it. We're gonna close out this pod. Goddammit. It's a fucking hour 30
All right,
into it. Matt Brown, plug what you got to plug. Forrester Foods is now back on the map at Forrester Foods.
Yeah. Forrester Foods back on the map.
What do you got? What events coming up? What can people see you? Where can people find you? How the fuck do people fuck with you?
We're gonna be doing pop-ups, man, real fucking soon here.
Yeah.
As I'm saying, this is all recent development.
Yeah, recent developments today. Breaking news: Sacto pop-up truck is no longer a thing. Rest in peace, Sacto pop-up truck. But Forrester Food emerges from the ashes and back in the fold.
Rises like a phoenix.
Rise like a phoenix.
Yeah.
Matt Beasy
Yeah.
in the house. ep.034. Thank you for being on, man.
Word.
I appreciate it. I would love to have you back on again, man.
I'm always around.
You rock it.
Hell
and I
yeah.
love it. And I finally got you on the goddamn pod, and you finally fucking came
I
and
showed
came
up.
with it, and you
I
came with the
fucking
fire.
showed up. Hell
Obviously, this fucking hoagie's about to be on the B-roll footage. We're eating this shit,
We're
sucking
eating
dick.
this. Yeah. We're
Fuck
about to
all
eat it.
y'alls.
We're gonna cut them up. That's why I brought the fucking knife bag, yo.
Exactly. We out here. We Rex out here. You know what it is.
Deeks. Is that it?
People.
Holla. Fuck with it.
We're out.